The truth is that the mind sees what the eyes say. In today's video, I'm going to show you what you should be looking out for right now, considering where we're at. Yes, we may go down just ever so slightly more on these charts, as per my video I put out for you yesterday. Now, even though we are currently in the fear right now, when everybody is screaming and scared and there's blood out on the streets and everybody's fearful, that is when the whales and the wealth accumulate while everybody's running scared as anything. So for you, my beautiful friend, my wonderful community, I want to say thank you for being here and part of the Crypto Bliss community. Of course, in today's content, you're going to have your mind blown away. Now, as promised, I'm going to run through it so super quickly, but the reason I have been so extraordinarily busy, this is one of many reasons why, but in my businesses, I'm the co-founder of Synergy Organics, Canachy, and a medical cannabis company called Cannabis Clinics in South Africa. That's right there. You can check out the link right there. We, along with DRA Pharmaceuticals and Canaflex Morocco, we made a milestone not only for Africa, but for the world. Because the world's first prescription of Moroccan medical cannabis was done with our doctors, marking a defining moment for Africa and the world in cannabis. Now, the Moroccan-grown GMP certified pharmaceutical cannabis is now being called Bildia Plus by Morocco and has been legally dispensed and prescribed through South African medical compliant healthcare systems with my business Cannabis Clinics. You can check out all of our profiles there. The special doctor behind it is none other than our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Anton Janssen van Rensburg. And of course, we have an incredible team behind us that helped us get this through the door. What an incredible moment. There's the product right there, my friends. Truly very special time. So I'm not going to hop on about it. I'm not blowing my toot. I'm just sharing with you why it is that I'm so busy. But I'm so passionate about that. And I'm just sharing with you, soon you will see integration into our health technologies that we have in place for both of our health businesses. But today, this is, of course, about crypto. So let's not waste another single second and let's delve right in. As you can see right here, unfortunately, the altcoin season is back into Bitcoin season at this point. And we have no longer got an altcoin season. Now, what do we do with that? If you all know that it's a good time to accumulate Bitcoin when we are up in the altcoin season, and accumulate some altcoins while you're in the Bitcoin season, because eventually you can see when it's down in the Bitcoin season, it shoots up to the altcoin season and the altcoins rally. And then vice versa for the opposite, right? But my friends, to all of them, the beautiful Indian and Hindu folk around the world celebrating Diwali, happy Diwali, as you can hear, well, if you can, fireworks out there in the background. But what a beautiful moment and celebration time here. Now, the one thing that I do want to point out, and sometimes you need to really zoom in and zoom out. If you notice here, my friends, and I just have to say this, I'm going to be the boldest mofo in crypto on the internet right here, right now on this video. You can see here, we're forming a shoulder, which is the left shoulder. We formed the head pattern here, and we're forming the right shoulder probably over the next couple days over here. If we were to take that neckline kind of, let's call it an average of that 80 level, all right, and draw a line and pull that target out. And we really have to zoom out here, my friends. What I do want to say to you is that we could very likely blow the lid off of this thing, blow through 100. I don't even know how that's possible, and right up into possibly 120 based on the signals that we are seeing right now. Now, why would that be? Well, first of all, Ethereum being Ethereum ETFs, Solana ETFs, possibly Cardano and Sui and AVAX and Chainlink and XRP and even Doge ETFs are around the corner for us. That means altcoins are truly starting to gain an immense amount of kinetic energy. And what does kinetic energy do when it releases? Why would you not want to be part of that? And why would you not want to make profits? The content I'm about to share with you right here, right now, my friends, is going to keep you on your toes because you don't actually have much room left for buying. I'm going to show you those levels once again. But I want to start this off with Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong. You don't need to buy a full Bitcoin or Ethereum to get started. You can start by buying and holding crypto with a few dollars, and it's never too late. Now, I know he's the CEO of Coinbase, but you can use my Bybit link down in the description, pinned for you, and get yourself up to $30,000 deposit bonus. And you can come and trade with me and make some great returns with what it is that I'm about to show you. As you can see, I still have my limit orders, which means that I still believe that possibly we could come below. We missed it by ever so slightly, but my friends, honestly, there's a bit of resistance, as you can see right here on the chart right now. And I'd actually like to pull this right down to that level. And as you can see here, 113K now remains a resistance level. Friends, that's why I believe we could possibly come down to the 0 level once again, and possibly even a little bit lower, somewhat wicking out. And you can see here, really, the buying volume is very low compared to the selling volume. Be cautious of that, please. But go ahead and use my link down below. I've actually now just added I've put two buy limits on Dogecoin as well. Breakout level. But honestly, I would say that this possibly comes down to the zone you can see that it has always come back to, right? I can even pull that across right there, and you can see here. Look at how this pulled back. So I would not be surprised that we came back down to the kind of 16 area, 16.5 area for Dogecoin, and that's why I have my buy entries at that area. Guys, if I miss out on these, tough shit. It is what it is. I'll reanalyze against the breakout of this downsloping trend, which a retest probably comes back up at this level. There is always a trade, so don't chase the green candles. That's just the worst thing you can do. Buy in the red candles. That's probably the best thing you can do, because when you buy in the red, you generally get green thereafter. Okay. Now, as you can see, the biggest bull run ever is possibly starting here any moment. When gold topped in 2020, we had Bitcoin absolutely go ballistic. Is gold potentially looking like it could be topping off now? It's a very high possibility when I do consider. Have a look at the ZAO USDT chart. I mean, honestly, gold looks like a meme coin. Okay. Now, we have not yet even back tested this level here. So, my friends, to be very honest with you, you can see I've got a sell limit at 4,400. Now, I know that might be silly considering that gold could even be repriced right up to 2020. So, honestly, I do have a protection order, a couple $100 away from it. I want to give it some breathing room because it might pop up and then back down. There is still strength in the buy. However, it seems as though we could be starting to potentially top out. And when that does top out, could we potentially see a rollover here in the Bitcoin, in the gold chart, and then honestly pull back right down to the 3,400 level, which is this level here, which is where I've added my take profit. So, my friends, I don't know what you think, but once that starts to happen, as you can see, we do have the repricing structure on gold that's on Bitcoin that will happen, and it will be absolutely amazing. Now, plan B, as you can see here, we're still in kind of the green zone here. We haven't even yet had our bull market, my friends. We are currently in a very, very much a buy territory for Bitcoin still. And as I showed you on the rainbow chart in this video here, go check it out. You can say that we are very much in a buy momentum. We have not even got anywhere near the red. We have barely had any orange even. So, my friends, I would say we still are very much in a bull market. So don't go anywhere. Just continue to add to the levels when there's red candles. Because even though bears think that 126K was the top and BTC will fall below 100K, there will be a bear market mainly because of the 4-year cycle. I don't think so as well, but I still see them potentially wanting to flush out the market, and that's why my lowest buy entry is at 98,200. But that really is a level. Like I said, we could even come all the way down here to 90K. I highly doubt we're going to be under $100,000 for very long if that does happen. I just have to forewarn you, my friends. Now, if we were to pull a very interesting support zone, have a look at that, right? That tells me we've got a bit of a nice support zone. If I had to pull this line down, where would we end up? There's always the lines that tell a story. And look at that. Wow, even if I had to pull that even further down, my friends. Okay, look at those levels. Boom, boom, right through, retest, boom, right through, fiddle around here. Look at the areas that this monster Bitcoin finds in support. Now, I would expect us to pull back and retest this zone, not breaking this upward sloping line. So I'm going to leave that there for us for now. But what I do want to say is that tomorrow could be a massive volatility day because the Fed announced to host a conference that is focused heavily on Bitcoin and crypto payments tomorrow. That is massive news and could be a bullish catalyst. Now, Mr. T himself, and I'm not going to play the video for us right here, but holy crap, President Trump just revealed something huge. It could be $20 trillion of investments into America by the end of this year, my friends. No country has done anywhere near that. Biden did less than $1 trillion in 4 years, and we're going to do over $17 trillion in 8 months. By the time we went, we could do over $20 trillion. A big part of that is the tariffs. My friends, the biggest deal here right now is where's this money going to go? Yes, some of it will be used to pay off debt. Yes, some of it will be used to reprice. Some of it will be used to continue to fund wars. Who knows what else it's going to do? But I tell you what, a shit ton of it is going to go into Bitcoin, okay? And a lot of it is going to go into Ethereum and other crypto assets that Mr. Trump and his cabinet and his family are backing. They want to see the upside, and Mr. Kiyosaki believes that Bitcoin will be at $200,000 in the next 70 days, my friends. That means we're just finishing off in October. We're heading into November. That's by the end of the year. Okay, that's by December 31st, 2025, we would be at $200,000. And you're actually moaning that we're currently at $110,000. Imagine you hitting a trade here, you boom, you take that. That's a 100% move. And if you're 10xing or 6xing, that's 1,000% gain, my friends. You can make some good money in your trades right now. But you must know that the markets will, of course, be volatile. So my videos are not trading advice, but I'm sharing with you the data and the evidence that we are going higher from here, whether you like it or not. It is there, and it is going to happen. Even the US Treasury just added seized digital assets to its strategic Bitcoin reserve. The reserve grew 64% overnight and is now equal to 3.5% of US gold by value. America now holds more Bitcoin than anyone except MicroStrategy. The game has changed. MAGA, Make America Great Again, is what Trump has always stated. And of course, BlackRock CEO, I want the SEC to approve the tokenization of bonds and stocks. This, honestly, my friends, will send Bitcoin to 500,000 plus. I believe it's coming. Is it going to happen now? Is it going to happen this season? I'd love for you to tell me down in the comments below. What price do you believe Bitcoin could hit at the end of this cycle, whenever that may be? Because according to CZ, even CZ is predicting that Bitcoin will flip gold. The owner of Binance, just by the way, gold, I don't know exactly when it will, but it might take some time, but it will happen. Save the tweet. And as you can see here, gold at 4K, everyone is in the line. Bitcoin at 108K, nobody in the line. I am in the line for the Bitcoin. I'm buying Bitcoin. I am selling gold. I'm shorting gold. Okay, I'm saying that right now. It may be a stupid idea right now when you got all of these people adding, which means the price could still pump up. But my friends, if Bitcoin is at $2.2 trillion right now, and a lot of people believe that it will flip gold, which it will do one day, that's a 15x just to where gold is now. That's if it remains stationary and goes nowhere else. Okay, 15x from where we are right now, my friends, takes us to $1.5 million Bitcoin price. $1.5 to $1.6 million Bitcoin price. What the hell do you want to do with 4K gold? Okay, and a heavy piece of metal that you're going to carry around, where I can transfer my Satoshis at any given moment. I carry them in my own personal wallet, which is my bank. You can find the link for the ledger down in the description of this video. My friends, you can see I'm getting to a climax in this video, because buy any altcoin now, and in December, you will thank me later for sure. Because right now, when there was the accumulation and the crossover of the moving averages here, the stochastics, we had massive rallies. Boom, massive rallies. Boom, could we double? Because the 2020 doubled the 2017. Could we double in market cap pretty much from where we are here today? I don't know, but honestly, look at where we at, my friends. We've made a massive correction here, and I believe we will see much greater and much higher prices. But I also forewarn you that Bitcoin could top out at 230 to 300, 400, 500,000 this cycle, and then make a massive reversal and smash through the 100K to scare the shit out of people, bring it all the way back down to very much the previous cycle high, which Bitcoin usually does, which was pretty much 70,000. So I would expect us to do something of that nature. Do you expect that? Well, for now, I don't care where we're not there yet. We're here, and we still have some momentum to the upside. So, my friends, I appreciate you being part of this channel. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the Crypto Bliss community. You can see I constantly do my best to bring you alpha, no matter how busy I am with the things that I'm doing. I'm here for you and with you, no matter what. I show up and I give you at least one video a week minimum, and I do my best to do more. But my friends, make sure you're with me on my trades. And if you want to know more, then hit that notification bell, and please go ahead, obliterate that like button. Of course, you know it helps the YouTube algorithm. And thank you for being here, part of the community, and for having the patience that you do with me for the videos and the content. They are always alpha, and I know you appreciate that. We'll see you on the next one.